This once popular image is about to disappear all over the world, and in Canada it has already gone down in history. Yesterday, we attended the last screening in Canada, which took place at the Bloor Cinema in Toronto. After more than a century working, this cinema will finally close its doors forever. Away from Her, by Canadian director Sarah Polley, was the chosen film for the goodbye. It was the last cinema theatre in Canadian territory, and there is no turning back, because all the arrangements to turn this old classical cinema into another Tim Hortons coffee shop are already on the way. Ironically, this last screening filled the theatre with more than 80 nostalgic attendants, and we wanted to talk with them and share with them the last Canadian silver screen experience. This dramatic event made us wonder what has happened to make cinema disappear. If it was once a popular way of entertainment, what's going on? Doesn't people like cinema anymore? The subject is up in the air. The last cinema of Canada is about to disappear. But does that mean cinema is going to disappear as well? It is not easy to answer all those questions, but we wanted to know firsthand what people thought about the Bloor cinema closure and why they decided to come to this last screening.
I used to come to these films with my grandmother, and they will always remind me of her, and I'm going to miss it so much. You can't get films like these on your computer, and it's going to make a big difference to those of us who love these.
Well, I just came because it's the last screening, and it's sad, you know? I like it, but, I love it, but I guess it's cheaper and easier to watch it at home.
Canada has experimented a gradual disappearance of the movie theatres during the last 10 years. The small cinema theatres downtown located were the first to close, unable to fight against the big multiplexes on the outskirts. 60% of them disappeared in the first 3 years. These large multi-screen cinema complexes were successful at the beginning. They included not only cinemas but a bunch of other amusement choices. By doing so, they created a more complete and attractive entertainment experience. But after a few years, they had to rearrange their business and started using cinema rooms to show sport matches and play video games on their big high-definition screens. This kind of business, although being quite profitable, was not cinema anymore. However, Bloor Cinema has been an exception. Although it is a very small theatre located downtown Toronto, it has survived through all this process, until now. Maybe because it offered a more specialized product.
Well, we wanted to offer a different type of experience to your average moviegoer. We like to cater to people who really love to come to the movies. We would get directors in to come and talk to the crowd, and we would, offer discussions and different types of movies. But over the past few years, we've had a gradual decline in the types, in the people that would come out.
There are many reasons to explain the disappearance of our movie theaters in the past years. In all of them, technology has played an important role. First, it was the DVD. At the very late 90s, this new medium became very popular. The DVD offered two important qualities. First, the great achievement of the VHS, the possibility for the viewer to watch anything at any time. And at the same time, the many special features that DVDs offered: high-definition quality, audio commentaries, making-of and deleted scenes.
I love old movies, but it's almost impossible to find them in theaters these days, so I switched to DVD. It's cheaper, it's faster, and there's a lot more selection.
At the same time, the rise of the TV on demand and the pay-per-view television systems started to take cinema out of the movie theaters. These technologies allow the viewer to access a wider range of movie titles by paying a certain amount of money.
Well, some people say that going to the movies is really expensive, but when you think about it, pay-per-view, TV on demand, they're pretty expensive in themselves. Plus, all they show is commercial videos that you can find anywhere. We offered movies that were more catered towards people who really love movies and more rare films that you aren't necessarily going to see everywhere else.
With the popularization of the internet and the download websites, the cinema industry took a step forward.
So I use the internet to watch my movies. It's my favorite way of watching movies. The computer's just a great way. And you never even have to leave your own home. It's great.
Despite the great controversy movie downloads provoke regarding piracy and copyright infringements, the legal downloads have proved to be a profitable business. Last year, only iTunes made more than $600 million. All these technological factors may explain why we are attending the last screening. Even though people won't be able to go to cinema theaters anymore, they are watching more movies than ever.
I don't think the cinema is going to disappear at all.
No, this is just proof that cinema's changed and it's not going to be the same anymore.
I sincerely believe that movies are going to last forever.
These optimistic points of view may encourage the cinema industry to keep going on, restructuring the business according to this new situation. Although for the nostalgic ones, this is the definite fade to black.
There is a town in North Ontario.
Yes.
We don't get the first part.
Está el micro.
Make a bigger head movement.
What?
Make a big head movement when I can go.
El micro está on.
Is that okay though?
Yeah, it was okay. Just
Okay.
like that.
That was bad.
I don't think that the cinema is going to disappear at all. It's a one-liner, right?
Now repeat.
Again,
Okay.
just in case.
And it's kind of hurt our business quite a bit. You want me to go on to the next line, don't you? Well, that would come out. So it's kind of hurt our business quite a bit, so... Sorry. I choked on my words. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. Of a taste for people who really like movies. So... God, I lost it.
All these technological factors may explain why we are attending to the last screening. Even though people won't be able to see people...
I know, sorry.
Anna?
All these technological... Even though people won't be able to go to cinema theaters anymore, they are watching more movies than ever. Bueno.
Whatever you want me to say, I'll say.
Okay, but wait for Jorge to
Okay,
say.
what is he gonna say?
He's going to say 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
and then you go whenever you want after that.
Yeah.
I'm behind the screen, I'm never on it. Okay, go. So I love using the internet to watch movies. Computers are the best way to watch. They're just the fastest and the most efficient. I never have to leave my home. Yay!